like I said in my last Streaming University video, it turned out a success, bro. Now, I didn't watch any streams. Like I said before, I don't watch streams. But I was keeping up. I can't lie. I was keeping up with the clips on TikTok. They were mad entertaining, bro. Mad. And I think DDG deserves that MVP award, bro. Actually, that nigga is, the Streaming University shit really showed me how funny DDG and, what's his name? DDG and who else did I see the most? It was DDG and somebody else. If I remember their name, I'll say it again. But like that shit was fucking hilarious, and I got introduced to some new streamers. I feel so sorry for Dabo, bro. Funny Mike, that was who it was. Funny Mike. DDG and Funny Mike, just mad funny, bro. That shit seemed like an experience for real. But there was so much drama going on. Well, I don't know anything. I mean, like, all I saw was bits and pieces. So hopefully that's what this video shows me today, what I missed out on. Anyways, per usual, go give him his likes, subscribe, and let's get into it, bro.
Has ended, and we've got everything covered for you if you missed out.
Plus, I saw so many people get cheated on, bro. It's actually insane. Actually insane.
Come on, Ben. Oh shit. I know it's Woody War game. It's Woody War game. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it's that one.
Plus, Kai played that role too good, bro. That was like the equivalent of Kai playing a dean for Stream University is like the equivalent of Mr. Mosby. The equivalent, yes, that's exactly who he reminds me of. Mr. Mosby from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, bro. That's who Kai played his role like. He was popping up around every corner. He was involved in every fucking thing, bro. It was so comically funny, bro. Actually. Kai's generally a funny ass nigga like that, bro. Now the whole screaming shit, no. But whenever that shit was funny.
So I have a lot of thoughts about Streaming University.
Whenever he's playing like a role or something like that.
And I'm going to go into a bunch of detail about it in this video, but I want to start off by saying I think that this was one of the most creative and innovative things that has been done surrounding streaming. I think streaming gets a bad rap all the time. You know, people think that IRL streaming is extremely lazy, desktop streaming is extremely lazy. But so when Kai Cenat came in, decided to do streaming at a university with a little bit of a different spin on it, it was very refreshing to see. It was IRL with a purpose, at least if you came into it with that kind of perspective. So it was refreshing to see these things. Now, did that mean it went off without a hitch? Absolutely not.
Now listen, if you are caught, if people know where you are at, you will be arrested for trespassing. We have cops here. This is ours for the fun days we have.
The security guards were bugging out, bro. Whoever was outside them gates when he said this had the security stressing. Every clip I seen of security, they were just on 10 every single day. On 10. On 10, bro. Y'all niggas are some hooligans.
The amount of cops that are on lock from police you just see and undercover are all around. I have cameras all over campus, everywhere.
And hell, that was just at the beginning of Streamer University, because a lot of people wanted to be in touch with this. But I don't want to harp on the negatives in the beginning. Kai fired up this stream at the beginning where he showed off class, gave the orientation, you know, the first speech. Hood Mr. Beast came out and gave $10,000, and this was all broadcasted to 500,000 people live, which will mark Kai Cenat's third biggest stream ever. He were going to announce the professors, announced that everyone was leaving with a phone because T-Mobile sponsored the event, a
Really?
Samsung Galaxy S25, and 1 year of free 5G service so people could do the IRL streams. And when I say it started off without a hitch, and
That's how you do IRL streams with those phones? That's the phone everybody fucking had. No wonder. I was like, how the fuck so many people had the same phones? I understand it now.
the whole weekend, honestly, was a very, very positive experience as a whole. But I wish I could say that it was 100% positive because there always will be these bad actors when it comes to doing things like this. One of the biggest issues and complaints from Streaming University
Rakai.
this past weekend was the big streamer, small streamer relationships and how they were supposed to mingle and coexist with one another.
There's a lot of people that I thought would be approachable but aren't. So.
Exactly.
And it's not even that I'm not going out my way because I am, and that's not even like me. I don't even be doing that. Like,
Who's not approachable?
you have names in mind?
Oh, 100%. Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I think that it's a shame that a lot of the small creators had this type of reaction or interaction with the big streamers or the other people on campus. And I don't necessarily think that it's the big creators' fault. I think that it's their expectations over anything. I think that people came into this with a notion that they were going to have just free range and free access to some of the biggest creators in the community. And I mean the biggest creators, and I mean free range and free access. But truly and genuinely, that's not how that works. Now, look, I'm not saying that these bigger streamers don't have to be, I don't know, just good people in general, which I wasn't there. I don't have the full-on experience, but that's not what they're saying in these videos. I personally believe that a lot of streamers came with some sort of notion or idea as to what was supposed to happen, and it did not happen. We've seen that happen at many sorts of events when it comes to content creators, whether it be DreamCon, whether it be, I don't know, MomoCon, whether it be any of the conventions, or even the situation of Streamer University. People go there with different sorts of ideas in their mind, preconceived notions, or whatever the case may be, and then are ultimately disappointed when their big streamer doesn't collaborate with them.
I expose everybody for ego and small streamers. Oh yeah. So everybody's getting mad at me like, what are you talking about?
I had a feeling that was gonna happen, bro. I had a feeling, bro. It's just always some streamers, or not even streamers, just personalities, just come off as like ego. Like they just, you know, I never really liked people like that, bro. I've always said once I hit a level of fame, I will never switch up in that sense. I'll never disrespect anybody that wants to like associate with me, talk to me, chop it up, take a picture. I never understand how someone with such a big opportunity can be so ungrateful. And I feel bad for real. A lot of these people put in PTO. A lot of these people spent money to leave their house on a plane ticket, on the bus, gas money, whatever. And they were expecting to collab with these big streamers, at least get on stream for a little bit, get a clip. Some of these niggas are being rude, bro. I don't know. DDG seems like the main one. DDG, Kai were the main ones that were in Agent. Plus his class was fire. I seen some clips, bro. I took some inspiration from that. I took some advice from that. So thank you, Agent. I'm pretty sure he uploaded it to his channel too. I might watch that tomorrow, but I don't know. Just ego, bro.
Bro, no, I'm telling the truth.
Be a real
Ego
nigga.
in niggas. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nah, niggas is. I peep.
Niggas ego in there?
Yeah, bro.
Niggas leaving them out of shit, all types of
For
shit.
sure.
Bro, this shit not for big creators, bro. This shit for the small creators, bro. And the big creators still staying to each other, like, nigga, when this shit over with, I can still collab with each other when this shit over with, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck with the small niggas, bro. Help them get this shit, yeah.
I saw a lot of smaller streamers not go with any sort of plan or idea when it came to creating their content. I tapped into these people's broadcast or their VODs or whatever that were on Twitch, and I saw a lot of people holding their phone, recording other people while they make content. That to me is not what I would consider an attempt at content creation. And maybe your big brained idea is dancing or trying to jump into a kerfuffle mindlessly and hoping for your own viral moment. But I don't know why bigger streamers would be obligated to do those sorts of things. I think one of the biggest missteps that I saw from this weekend from a lot of the small streamers is that they just did not have things planned. I didn't see a lot of people take on different personas, have characters, you know, have a content plan and go out there and put it into place.
Sometimes that's not always, like, I'm not full-fledged disagreeing with him, but sometimes that's not always the case, bro. literally, it's always been said, even Kai says, be authentic, be yourself. Me personally, I like to crack jokes. I like to be a funny ass nigga. I like to da-da-da-da. But I'm not going to act like somebody I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do all that extra. I'm not going to go embarrass anybody, get a clip. I'm not going to go do some outrageous loud shit. And nobody should have to do that. It's just about like, you know, Kai watches like we said in the last video. Kai and his team handpicked those 124 people to go to the streaming university. He handpicked those people. He handpicked them. So obviously he knows how they act, what they do. So, I mean, nobody should be expected to switch up how they act or their content just for a clip. I don't know.
I just saw people live streaming, IRL streaming, recording them walking around or recording the specific class that they're in. And I don't think that that's the best way to go about doing content. So you can't get mad when, I don't know, Duke Dennis doesn't want to jump into your TikTok trend. He's done 6 of them today. And that's not a real content plan. Now, I will say there are some small creators who did have legitimate gripes as to what the big streamers were doing.
I wanted to bring this to you because obviously this is very important. And the teachers are saying real shit, and I'm trying to learn. But it feels like the bigger creators, they're just trying to have a viral moment to where the teacher gets distracted. And I'm real life trying to learn.
And that is real because I saw a video of Agent's, streams where he was giving out true game, and he had to tell the audience or his onlookers or his class or whatever to be quiet several times. He was giving out real things that people, even the bigger streamers, needed to go and take back to their own camps and do their own things. But instead of doing what needed to be done.
Right. One of those things is I gotta stop cussing, bro. I mean, I don't cuss too bad like some YouTubers. Like Prime Berleezy, who I watched religiously, but at the same time, he said that shit can affect, like, he said that cursing stuff can affect like brand deals, audience, just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And they were trying to get a clip off or they were trying to go viral. And there were small streamers doing the same thing too. So I do think that is a legitimate gripe. But if people are complaining about, they couldn't get their moment to create their TikTok with, I don't know, DDG or something like that, go back to the drawing board, big fella. Now, also because there are a bunch of younger individuals at a college campus, naturally there's going to be some sort of bullying going on. I don't think it's right, but it happened this past weekend. And I will honestly say kudos to the community for the way that it was treated because she was on the verge of dropping out of streaming university.
Oh,
someone was being hateful. People came into my chat and then, told me about it. And it's just, they let Kai know. Not him, no. I contacted our admissions panel. I said, I don't want anyone to get in trouble for this. I just think it's important for us to remind people, that we're all in the same position and that we need to treat people with kindness. That's what I told them.
And I think that's big.
And you know what I find funny about that girl? This girl right here got bullied for being ugly, right? Which she's not even ugly. She got bullied for getting called ugly the first day of Stream University. Nobody's heard a word from the other girl that called her ugly. I saw somewhere where she now has like a $5,000 brand deal with like an airline or some shit. Some stuff where, she went up there and gave her a pitch about why she needs the sponsorship. I've seen clips of her all weekend. She now has a stream planned with Kai. This is what being a good person gets you, bro. In a world full of darkness, be the light. You know what I'm saying? That was right off the dome, too. I know I'm a young poet or whatnot, but yeah. Haven't heard a word, haven't seen a single clip from the other girl. Nobody likes her now. Now her comments are flooded with her being ugly. And how are you going to call this beautiful queen right here ugly? And you're ugly yourself, ma'am. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
like that we're all in the same position and that we need to treat people with kindness. That's what I told them.
And I think that's big because ultimately what happened to her takes away from the greater event that was going on from Streamer University. You know, somebody being rude, somebody being bullying, while they're all there to attempt to become bigger, better, greater creators, honestly does nothing for the conversation. But like I said, a bunch of the community did very well in wrapping their arms around this young woman and ultimately not just getting to the bottom of the situation, but helping her become a better person, content creator, streamer, and just showing her love and embrace.
A lot of people from her stream come on my Instagram, TikTok, all that, saying I call her names and stuff like that. Now
That's her.
So I didn't know.
Look at her. In what position are you to be calling anybody else? You know what? I'm not finna be the bully. I'm not finna be the bully. See, I need this, bruh. Or I'm gonna find a way to stream with my DJ Osmo. But I need like an IRL streaming for when I do go out, bro.
Here or anything like that. So then went on Twitch, searched your name up, saw you were here. So I'm like, okay, let me go find her, try to clear things up. Cause I swear, I'm not even like that. I'm not messy or anything. So, you know, I just want to apologize. Thank you for apologizing too. But yeah.
Just being in front of a camera, like tough skin, you gotta like learn to like embrace the jokes about yourself or like just any negativity, because it's always gonna be negativity, it's always gonna be positivity, it's always gonna be like, it's never gonna be like a 50-50 balance. It's always gonna be negative niggas, it's gonna be positive niggas. You gotta have that thick skin for real.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, they think I'm musty, okay? So I'm telling you right now, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know.
You got this shit.
Oh,
Hi, evil twin.
what the hell? My evil twin is here? Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
What you doing? What's been going on?
So basically, just like yesterday, just chilling out, streaming, desktop stream, getting used to everything. People come to my chat, say, this person is saying this and that about you. Specifically, they said, like, oh, her hair is nappy.
Who?
I don't want to say
Hair? Who?
I don't want to say their name. Thank you so much for another gifted chap. Thank you so much. I hope I say your name right. Oh my god. Rage. I just like don't even know how to pronounce. Thank you so much for another 100 gifted. You guys are so sweet.
Not only was that one of the best things to
She deserves every opportunity she gets, bro. Actually. I knew some people like this in high school too. Really genuine, down-to-earth people. Super sweet. And you know, yeah, people that fuck with them, bro. I don't like bullies, bro. At all. Especially I'd like to people so sweet and kind like her who wouldn't even say a damn mean thing slick about you, bro. You know, some people think being mean makes them cute or something. Like you could be a 10 out of 10, gorgeous, but your personality makes you ugly. Actually, ugly. I'm glad she got her opportunities and what she came there for. Some now recognition, and I'm happy for her, bro.
I'm at it, but something that I alluded to earlier in the video is that Agent 00, another content creator that became a professor at Stream University, was literally one of the best classes, hell, the best class at Streamer University because he was very open, honest, and transparent about what his life is like now as a streamer and how people can get to that level.
That also was included in the tax number. So it is just overall a pretty rough month. But even though that's the case, we absolutely crushed it. That's peak for me, by the way. That's peak. In the first 10 seconds of this, that means that the video is likely to perform bad because if people leave early, less watch time. Watch time is king. This video is always, there's always gonna be some drops, but you see how it holds?
This is the unique thing about Streamer University. There's not too many places and spaces in which content creators really pour their heart out. I mean, literal screenshots from their own videos that will give you an insight as to what to do, what to look at, etc., etc. I think a lot of content creators figure out that their journey is them by themselves doing trial and error and trial and error and trial and error until they ultimately quit. Hell, that's life. They either quit, they succeed, but it's a bunch of trial and error by themselves. But what was happening at Streamer University, specifically through Agent's class, is that he was giving people the opportunity to learn from somebody who has a decade plus in the game with real life examples and real life screenshots. And then to top it all off, off. He then extended them brand opportunities for people who have never had brand deals, which would ultimately kickstart their careers in content creation by giving them some capital to back up everything.
They're willing to offer $5,000 to 3 different streamers to do their first ever brand deal, okay? So I mulled it over with the chat, and the decision was Esty, Coach, and Kai. Can you please come to the front of the class?
This overall was a major success. Do not get me wrong. As many negatives as we talked about, this was something that people should look at in order to replicate and do as much as possible. I mean, the opportunity to get real life experience from actual certified content creators that we all know and love, become the second most watched category on Twitch for the past couple of days. I'm talking about 23 million watch time hours.
That's crazy.
You know, brands offering Kai Cenat money like Tubi and Netflix and Amazon. Everybody having career ascensions. We saw that happening in the award ceremony where people's Twitch stats literally rose overnight because of Streamer University.
Danny Bands. Congrats, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to do this without crying. First of all, glory to God. This has been the best experience of my life. Everyone was so nice to me. Shout out to everybody here. You all deserve to be here. And I'm glad. I hope every single one of you got out of it what you're supposed to get out of it, and as much as you deserve to get out of it.
Danny went from 70 average viewers to 2,600 average
Damn.
viewers during this whole time and gained like 115,000 followers. That's amazing success. But it seems like there's always going to be bad apples in the bunch that are going to jeopardize as this sort of production happening in the future. Last night at the end of Streamer University, some people got totally out of pocket. There was a few creators that thought clip farming was the meta to go, and I've been telling people about clip
Dabo and Deshae, bro.
farming being bad on this channel for a very long time. So they decided to break into Agent 00's room, the best teacher on campus, and not only destroy stuff, but also steal from him.
Open the fucking door, nigga.
Oh.
You think I'm fucking playing, nigga? What the fuck? Where these niggas at? Where does Jay nigga at? Whoa, what the fuck? Yo! Y'all niggas think it's appropriate to come in my fucking room when I'm not there? It's a difference between content, nigga. Learn the fucking difference. Learn the jacket, nigga. Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
Giving very Zoe Spencer vibes.
Yo. Why is an agent from Canada, bro? That was probably one of the most hood nigga shit I've ever seen, bro. He went in there, slammed the fat nigga first, straight. I think it was on the AC unit. And then, did he, like, it blurred, but did he punch the other nigga? Laid him out to the ground while everybody else poured flour on him, bro. Yeah, I ain't fucking with Agent. I never planned on fucking with Agent, but if I didn't know then, I sure know now.
Now, ultimately, they did resolve this, and Agent gave him one of the better life lessons yet again when it came to Streamer University.
There's lines, bro.
No, you're right. You're right.
You crossed the line.
You're right.
I feel violated.
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry for that. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong.
I appreciate the apology. Look, bro.
And hopefully people go on with their lives and realize that there's levels to content creation that don't involve being some sort of nuisance. And I would also be remiss to mention that, you know, there was another incident that happened on the final.
Rakai. Plus, it was bullying Dabo. So Dabo and Deshae. But Rakai, bro.
Night of Streamer University, where a gang of students led by Rakai also.
You can't make this up. Rakai needs his little ass whooped.
Started a drama, fight, war, whatever in the hallways that led to the injury of a young woman. Ultimately, police got involved, and it caused Kai Cenat to make some sort of announcement.
She got shot in her eye? You okay? What is it, water?
No, somebody shot me in the eye. BB gun.
Okay, let's get you downstairs.
Okay.
Let's get you downstairs.
I shielded it from Kai too. I protected him.
Which Kai?
Kai Sinet.
He was here?
Yeah, he was on the court. He was next to me when I got shot.
Oh wow! Oh my God!
Well, what'd he do?
Nigga, one of the students got hit in the eye with a Ori, and she's claiming the last thing she saw was me, and she's telling police I'm the one.
Everybody, if you are on campus, I had a Spark Live on my phone. Relax. Everybody, clean. Everybody, cause somebody got hurt. So now I'm on my way to the hospital, and all I'm asking for y'all is to clean. Cause everybody y'all not being considerate.
And there's a whole video after this weekend to make about Rakai himself and nuisance streaming and taking it too far and all this other stuff. Some of the stuff that people have been.
Before we get into Rakai, bro, I'd like to say I saw a clip of some streamer named Tato, something like that. He's from Brazil. He was the only one cleaning the hallway, bro. Everybody else out there left it dirty, bro. This is what I mean. Like, you can't take not some niggas everywhere. You know, you like, and the thing about him is he was cool. And then another clip, Rakai told him to throw a water bottle at the security's head, and the security came in there and scared that young man. You know, even though Tato isn't, you know, fucking stupid. He's like, what is he? Like 18, 17? He still knew better to throw it, but he felt pressured from Rakai. It's just weird. Rakai, oh my gosh. Rakai is such a badass little kid, bro. He needed his ass whooped. I've just, for the past few months that I've seen Rakai since Mafiathon, clips of Mafiathon, he's caused nothing but havoc and trouble. A literal devil incarnate, bro. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done to him by either his mother, or it's going to happen eventually to like someone outside, like a citizen or like another streamer. Tyleo almost knocked his little ass out, bro. I mean, I thought that talk with Duke, how do I know so much? But I thought that talk with Duke, I see clips on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot, y'all. I see clips. But I thought that clip with Duke and him talking was actually going to change him around, bro. He's still bad. Something needs to happen to him quick. But anyways, guys, go follow my Instagram, subscribe, leave your comments, your thoughts. More videos coming soon. I love y'all. Peace.